But when they go to cancel you, ladies and gentlemen, it comes hard and fast. You lose your Facebook, then your Instagram, then your Gmail, then your Discord, then your website hosting, then your domain name, then your payment processor, then your bank. Then it's just like in real time, you're watching your phone and apps just exploding. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you put out content promoting violence against women, which is the case with Andrew Tate. That's the individual you saw in the video. And of course, now that he has been blocked on various social media platforms, Tucker Carlson is having him on his program to talk about what a victim he is. Big victim complex here. Now, he's been banned from platforms like Facebook and TikTok, Instagram. Some of his videos on YouTube have been taken down. But if you're wondering who this guy is, I just want you to be absolutely clear on the fact that he is a dime a dozen. Been doing this job long enough to see different iterations of the same guy over and over again who says terrible things, rises to fame, and then eventually fades away because he's got nothing going for him. Now, he was a boxer before, so he's got a past where he actually did something other than saying hideous things about women on his show. He's 35. He first gained public attention back in 2016 when he was on Big Brother. But later they decided to take him off of Big Brother because they found a video of him being physically violent toward a woman. Now, Tate has said women who are raped are partially responsible for the attacks, described in detail how he might attack women and criticize people who seek mental health treatment. He was removed from Big Brother after The Sun, a British tabloid, showed producers a video of him hitting a woman with a belt. Now, he has since built a big following among young boys and unfortunately also young men. And he's also been on other podcasts, including, wow, the Alex Jones Show, surprising. The far right love him, including Mike Cernovich. In one video, Tate recorded while sitting in a bed. He described keeping a machete in his bed and what he would do if a woman accused him of cheating. It's bang out the machete, boom her in her face, or boom in her face, and grip her by the neck, grip her up by the neck. So that's who this guy is. He's a big tough guy who runs away when he's challenged during a debate. And you guys will love this because recently he debated Hassan Piker. And it was so difficult for him that he gave up eventually. But first, let's set this up for you. The video you're about to watch is Hassan Piker challenging Tate on the idea that women are worse drivers than men. And what Tate likes to do is point to his personal experiences or anecdotal evidence. And Hassan Piker has to explain to him very slowly the difference between anecdotal evidence and empirical evidence. Let's watch.
People are listening to me and they're either agreeing
I know,
with me
but
or
you're
not.
still wrong, and that's the problem.
I disagree with you.
Do you want to be right, or do you want to keep speaking into a hug box where people agree with you? And
Prove to
then,
me I'm wrong.
Well, if you just completely devalue empirical evidence, actuarial sciences, the entirety of the insurance industry that relies on making these sorts of calculations to ensure that these quotes are as profitable as possible, which ends up charging men higher rates than women, is a statistical likelihood that men are more dangerous drivers than women across the board and get into more car accidents across the board. If you're gonna look at all of that and say it doesn't matter because that does not correspond to my own personal experiences, then you're silly. You're being silly. You're being a silly person.
In my personal experiences, all of the car crashes I've been involved in, all the times my car was hit, and all the negative experience I've had on the road, women were at fault. That is, now you can sit here and say the insurance claims say that. I never said the insurance claims don't say that. I'm saying that I am not comfortable with women driving because of my personal experience. Those are my personal experiences. You can drag up all the empirical evidence in the world you want to try and drag up. Anyone with a brain knows how that aids the world agendas anyway. I don't want to go too political on a stream that's going to get taken down.
Yes, empirical evidence aids the world's agenda, whatever that means. But we have one more, Cenk, I know you're chomping at the bit. I know you are, but I gotta show one more video and then you could take it away. One more clip from this debate because this is This is the reality of these tough guys, okay? They run away the second they get challenged. Let's watch.
Once you look at the evidence and you realize that said evidence suggests something else, you're probably not going to continue believing the prior thing that you believed, right?
We've went over the same point like 5 times, and I think we're just.
I know, but it's just weird because I can't I can't break through Andrew's.
I understand your point. You're saying that even if I thought
we're losing the girl.
No, exactly. I won't talk to her. He's saying even if I thought women were worse drivers, I've seen empirical evidence, and I'm so smart that I ignore my own eyes and ears and believe what the internet tells me. That's what he's coming along.
That's not what I'm asking you to do, my friend.
I'm sure you're double vaccinated. It all makes sense to me now. You believe what you're told to believe. You don't believe your own eyes. You don't believe your own ears. And that's what you're going to sit here and talk about empirical evidence that you found on Google. Cool. If you believe everything that's on Google, that is your prerogative, my friend. And if you think that makes you sound smart in the modern world after the 3 years we've just been through, to say that I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe X, so I believe X, and I ignore my own personal experiences, and you think
I'm
that
not asking you to ignore your own personal experiences. I'm simply asking you to look at the data.
So let's change the subject because you've just proven your point.
Okay. Andrew, do you believe? Well, you didn't really prove anything, but it's cool. Do you believe the Earth is flat, or do you believe the Earth is spherical, round?
2 years.
Aldi has his headphones on.
Yeah, oh, he took his headphones off?
He gets very stressed sometimes, and
Yeah, it's cool. It's important. Sometimes you can't take the heat. Sometimes you can't take the heat, so you gotta get out of the kitchen a little bit.
Oh, I love that. This is why you debate your opponents. If you have the facts on your side, debate the opponents. It'll be fun. Cenk.
Yeah. All right, so I'll comment on those videos first, then I want to get to the larger point. So Haas's point about the insurance industry is devastating because what does the insurance industry, car insurance industry care about? Same thing that every industry cares about, profits. So they're not going to lie to make their profits worse. Okay, so if they're charging women lower rates because they think they're less of a danger, they did that calculation very, very carefully. Right? They didn't take it lightly. Their profits depend on it. These are things that are obvious, right? That's why this Tate character has to fall back to, yeah, dude, but that's not my experience. My experience is women suck. Okay, and I love that comment. Empirical evidence aids the world's agenda. Well, in a sense, it does, doesn't it? Like if the world did have an agenda, empirical evidence would certainly help it. It hasn't helped your way of thinking at all, that's for sure. And Anna, he said something there at the end that I'm gonna call attention to. You will now hear this a million times going forward. The latest excuse that the right wing has is, oh no, whatever information you saw it on Google, and Google is lying about it.
Right.
Google's part of the world agenda, and then that's why they put the empirical evidence in front of you when they should have put this rando's anecdotal evidence in front of you. It's all Google. The problem is Google. The problem is Google. Okay, so all right, sure. Look, they bask in their ignorance. Okay, which brings us to the original cancellation. So guys, there are clear lines. Now, if you watch TYT regularly, you'll see that we do not think the right wing should be taken off the air and deplatformed for horrible ideas, racist ideas, bigoted ideas, and a lot of people disagree with us, okay? In fact, earlier in the show, we defended Ben Shapiro showing up to a podcasting network. Who cares? And I said, I think he's a bigot, especially towards my people, Muslims. I gave you the quotes why I think he is that. But then that's how you do it. You fight back rhetorically, right? But Andrew Tate did cross a line. Right? So I don't think he crossed the line, and people can disagree with me here. I don't think he crossed the line when he said about defending his ideas that women are men's property. He said, I'm not saying they're property, I'm saying they're given to the man and belong to the man. I think that's an absurd point. I think he's an idiot. But a lot of fundamentalist religious people believe that, right? I don't think you should be banned for that. Being an idiot is not a thing that should get you banned. Otherwise, we'd have to ban the entire right wing. So he says depression isn't real, and that you cure yourself with mind hacks. Absurd, the idea, absolutely ridiculous, right? But I don't think you should be banned for that. It's just an idiot being an idiot, in my opinion. Some might say that crosses the line of medical misinformation, but come on, anybody trusting this guy for medical information? I mean, he's so unintelligent. They really can't be helped, right? But where did he cross the line? Machete to the face?
Yeah, promoting violence.
Yeah,
inciting violence.
That's not a hard line, guys. If you advocate for violence, yeah, that crosses the line. So that's too much to ask for? So we should just allow everybody to do videos where they're like, oh, I don't like X, Y, or Z, let's machete them to the face. Of course not. Otherwise, everybody's killing one another, and you have nonstop people online go, oh, kill them, kill them, kill them. It's a recipe for absolute disaster because yes, unfortunately, people do listen to that. So that's why he crossed the line, and that's why he actually, by the way, in all the right-wing interviews, they'll never tell you why he actually got canceled. That's how they lie to their audience. They'll say, oh, he just got canceled because he believes totally innocent things that you guys believe.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, we really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.